The next problem, for which value of k will the following pair of linear equations have no solutions? Now this is similar to the previous one. Here instead of infinite we will apply condition for no solution. Condition for no solution is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. Now here you can see that we can form only one equation because first and second if we equate we can get one relation in k and we can get one equation in k and solve it. So there is only a single variable that has been given, that is k. In the previous one we had two variables a and b and we could form two equations also because we had three equal ratios, a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. So in case of infinite, condition for infinite when you are applying you can have two variables. Condition for no solution you can have only one variable, that is k. So again you will identify first a1 by a2, coefficient of x you will divide and find out. Then b1 by b2 and not equal to c1 by c2. So this is not important for us. Equating first two ratios, you will get this cross multiply and simplify, you will get k is equal to 2. So for k equal to 2, this pair will have no solution. Okay, so we'll now begin with application based problems. Now generally in application based problems, method is not specified. You can use any method for solving. That is, after forming the equations, you can go for either substitution method or elimination method also. But since here we are discussing cross multiplication method, I will be discussing with that only. So first word problem is, a part of monthly hostel charges is fixed and remaining depends on number of days one has taken food in the mess. So somewhat similar to the previous problem which we have already discussed, that is the taxi fare is fixed and then charged per kilometer. So somewhat similar to that. So partly it is fixed and some depends on the number of days one has taken food in the mess. When student A takes food for 20 days, she has to pay rupees 1000, and student B who takes food for 26 days pays 1180 as hostel charges. So find the fixed charge and cost of food per day. So we'll take fixed charge as x and cost of food per day as rupees y. Now if the number of days are 20, that is for case 1, or for student A, number of days are 20. So cost of food will be 20 into y, number of days multiplied by cost per day, that is 20y. Now apart from this, this is only for the food. Fixed charges are also there which has to be paid. So total cost will be x plus 20y, which is equal to 1000. This will be our equation 1. Now for student B, total number of days is 26. So cost of food will be 26 multiplied by y, and fixed charges apart from that x has to be paid. So total cost will be x plus 26y. So which is 1180. This will be our equation 2. Now after this you can use any method for solving, but I have used cross multiplication. So again a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, write down in this way. Then x divided by, write down the coefficients in order and cross multiply, equate, and x is coming equal to 400 and y is coming equal to 30. That means the fixed charges are 400 rupees and cost per day is 30. That is cost for food per day is 30 rupees. So since, as you can see, cross multiplication involves little calculations, so go for the easiest method, that is either substitution or elimination, but then you have to practice cross multiplication also because at times it is specified that you have to do by only one method. So Second word problem. A fraction becomes 1 by 3 when 1 is subtracted from the numerator and becomes 1 by 4 when 8 is added to the denominator. Find the fraction. So again, in such problems, take numerator as x, denominator as y. First condition is 1 is subtracted from numerator. So numerator minus 1. Denominator does not change at all. This is equal to 1 by 3. So x minus 1 by y is equal to 1 by 3. Cross multiply and transpose the terms. This will be the first equation. 3x minus y minus 3 equal to 0. Case 2. Numerator by denominator plus 8. That means when 8 is added to denominator, but numerator is not changing. So x by y plus 8 is equal to 1 by 4. Again cross multiply and transpose the terms. You will get 4x minus y minus 8 equal to 0. This is your second equation. So you can apply again here any method, but since I have done by cross multiplication, it will be x by coefficient of y and constant terms here, then y by coefficient of y and x here, then constant coefficient of x and constant divided by coefficient of x and y. Then you will simplify it. You will get x by 8 minus 3 equal to y by minus 12 plus 24 equal to 1 by minus 3 plus 4, and equate and get the answer as x equal to 5, y equal to 12. So numerator is 5 and denominator is 12. So fraction is 5 by 12. The next word problem. Yash scored 40 marks in a test, getting 3 marks for each right answer and losing 1 mark for each wrong answer. Had 4 marks been awarded for each correct answer and 2 marks been deducted for each incorrect answer, then Yash would have scored 50 marks. How many questions were there in the test? So we will take number of correct ones as x and number of wrong answers as y. So total questions will be x plus y. Out of that we are taking correct answers as x and wrong answers as y. So in the first case, marks for all the correct answers will be 3 multiplied by x, because for each correct answer he is getting 3 marks. So if total correct answers are x, then his total marks because of the correct answers will be 3 multiplied by x. For wrong answer, he is losing 1 mark. So which means 1 mark for each wrong answer, and it is being subtracted because it is negative 1. So 3x minus y. This will be his total marks. That is 3x is the positive marks that he is gaining, and these y marks he is losing. So minus 5. This is equal to 40 because he is getting 40 marks when this condition is applied. Now when second condition is applied, he is getting 4 marks for each correct answer. So he is getting more marks here, 4x. But also he is losing more marks because 2 marks are being deducted now instead of 1. So marks for correct answers will be 4x. But marks for wrong answers will be 2y, which will be subtracted also. So 4x minus 2y is equal to 50. Second condition is applied, he is getting 50 marks. So 2x minus y equal to 25 after simplifying the equation. This was the actual equation. After simplification it is 2x minus y equal to 25. So these are the two equations. You can solve it by substitution or elimination. That will be easier because as you can see, for cross multiplication there will be many steps, and most importantly you should not be making any calculation errors because many plus and minus signs have to be taken care of here. So x by 25 minus 40 is equal to y by minus 80 plus 75 is equal to 1 by minus 3 plus 2. So after simplifying all of these things, we are getting x equal to 15 and y equal to 5. So that means total will be x plus y, the total number of questions. So that is 15 plus 5, which is 20. Now, the next one, places A and B. Now this is an important question. Places A and B are 100 km apart on a highway. One car starts from A and another from B at the same time. If the cars travel in the same direction at different speeds, they meet in 5 hours. If they travel towards each other, they meet in 1 hour. What are the speeds of the two cars? So, we'll take the speed of car 1 as x km per hour and speed of the second car as y km per hour. These are the places A and B which are 100 km apart. So, in case 1, they are going in the same direction. So car 1 is also going this side, car 2 is also going the other side. Now they will be meeting somewhere at point C, we are assuming. Let them meet somewhere at point C. Now distance travelled by car 1 will be AC, which is 5 multiplied by x. Now car 1 has covered distance AC. Okay, so that is speed we have assumed as x and time taken we know is 5 hours. So, using that we get AC is distance is equal to speed into time. So, x into 5 or 5x. Same way, distance travelled by second car will be 5y. Both are taking 5 hours. So, that time is same and speeds are different. So, 5x and 5y are the distance. Now AB will be equal to AC minus BC. This you can see from the figure. AB is equal to AC, the entire distance AC minus BC. So from here we will get our first equation. 100 is equal to 5x minus 5y, or after simplification x minus y is equal to 20, or x minus y minus 20 equal to 0. This is our first equation. Now in the second case, cars are going in opposite direction. That means car 1 is coming like this and car 2 is coming this way. So they will meet somewhere at the point D, which is within the distance AB. Somewhere in, not exactly in the middle. This is not the center because their speeds are different. So D can be here or here depending on whose speed is more. So distance travelled by the first car is AD, that is 1 into x again, speed into time. Speed is x, time is 1 hour. So 1 into x. And same way for car 2, it will be 1 into y. And total distance AB, this time AB is x plus y because AD plus BD. So x plus y is equal to 100. This is the second equation. Now once you get the equations are very easy to simplify. If you are going by elimination method, here the y term is negative, here the y term is positive. It will get cancelled automatically and you will easily get the answer. So after simplifying, you will get speed of first car is 60 km per hour and speed of second car is 40 km per hour.